those hand checks, and you won't see those chucking of cutters going through the lane. Nice move down inside. Johnson couldn't finish.
Poythress had it blocked, but stayed with it.
2 quick offensive rebounds. The second one counted. Oh, good pass. Stein with a terrific bounce pass.
Weeks, but as you mentioned, Larry, an even better catch. Speaking of looks, boy, you saw what Andrew Harrison can do on that wraparound, which led to the tap-in. Here's Young. Boy, you got a good look at that, and what a nice play. Poythress and Randall both there, and it was Poythress who got the points. Big fella wanted that ball down low. Wow. Poythress stays with it.
Well, he got it blocked. He says, that's all right. I'll take it back up again. Nice ball movement.
And a nice rebound by Poythress, who sticks it back in. The sophomore out of Mount Hope, West Virginia.
12 points off the bench against Purdue the other night.
Boy, now, Larry, that's the shot. We've talked an awful lot about Alex Poythress. Made the most of it.
Oh, Poythress is really lighting it up early here.
Here he goes again. And, Larry, we talked about it in the pregame.
Andrew Harrison with the drive, trying to finish. Got bothered a little bit by Valentine. Poythress in the right spot at the right time. Michigan State, 2.5 to go first half.
Michigan State packing in. They look almost like they're in a zone, but they're playing man-to-man.
Randall, too strong. Follow, yes. Poythress again on the offensive glass.
Rebound by Andrew Harrison. Young off balance. Inside, Poythress puts it home. So much size right now on the court, width and height for Kentucky.
McClanahan shot blocked out of bounds by Poythress.
And again, you see why Kentucky is a ball defense. So the man this time that's on the ball block shot, but also secondary defenders. You see Mark.
That matchup zone, I think, has them a little timid, not really going to the rim as much as they should.
Nice tip. Tip it to himself. Alex Poythress got it to go down. Rebound. Poythress. From the corner.
There you go. Got to take that shot.
Which is reviewable. You can go to the monitor and make sure you have the correct player.
They did not have to go to the monitor as they got the stick back there. And that was Bryant that got that one.
This is good defense. I mean, I like the way Kentucky's trying to run, but that was just excellent defense by Bryant.
Ward had it blocked by both Poythress and Cauley-Stein.
Nice drive there by Ward, but good defense from behind by Willie Cauley-Stein and Alex Poythress also.
Cotton coming off the screen.
Nice trail defense by Harrison.
Good cut to the basket by Batts, but couldn't put it down. That one was partially blocked.
And that's the reason they want him to drill him.
Randall the kick out. Poythress for three. He's got it.
That's a power player able to step out.
How about that entry pass? Batts gets it blocked by Poythress. Cotton, that's a two. It's short.
Legs.
And a rebound here for Andrew Harrison to Young. Young bobbled at the alley-oop to Poythress. Largest lead of the game for Kentucky. Cooley wanted to travel. Instead of 7.
This is Meeks. A little bit strong on the jumper. Long rebound comes back to the big fella. And he's rejected by Poythress.
They got guys inside that can block shots.
Randall. Too strong on the jumper. Poythress up with it. And finishes.
He is so strong.
And he is still down. From him, the aggression, the urgency, the determination that he showed on this play.
Well, I guess it was just by the rim, but
That could do that long arms.
Kentucky in a horn set against the zone.
Young with a runner. Wild shot. Poythress with the finish and the foul.
He's physical. He's got great physicality.
James Michael McAdoo was there to grab it. He shied away from it a bit and then compounded the error by fouling and allowing.
Kentucky's not been able to take advantage of them, though. They've been out-executed offensively by this Bruin team.
Here's Poythress hanging in the air, throwing one down. In the corner it comes. Poythress. That's a three. Got it. To South Dakota State and Denver. Have the Bruins. Nice. Poythress with a slam.
4-1 in this rivalry game as the Kentucky coach. Poythress underneath.
A tremendous challenge for them to get good looks.
Well, they have Poythress and Cauley Stein down low as Young feeds it to Poythress. Great assist by the freshman. Break in the action.
There'll be enough time if you get a stop here without having to foul.
Dish. Poythress and Kentucky back on top by 10.
And then the good decision being made by Harrison. Poythress with the finish.
He's off. And only a couple of games in the last 2 weeks for Kentucky. Johnson had it blocked by Poythress.
Working on his shot and some of his moves off the dribble with assistant coach Kenny Payne.
Thomas. It'll belong to Mississippi State. So Rockwell's Johnson get up, defend his buddy Craig Sword, who both played high school basketball together, won a state championship. Alex Poythress throws one down. Gavin Ware left it short. Intimidated by Cauley Stein. Alley-oop to Poythress.
Lexington KY, and then the Stufferino off the James Young pass.
Alley-oop, one-handed throwdown from Alex Poythress. And Alex Poythress getting the one-handed flush in front of the home folks.
And Brevin Knight coming in, and DeMarcus Cousins and Bledsoe, and then Anthony Davis and Kid Gilchrist. I mean, I think the Kentucky fans just thought it's going to be like this every year.
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
Well, 1957, a little bit beyond my history book that I have been reading since 1966.
There you go. There you go. Montgomery, the same high school program that's produced both Johnson and Craig Sword.
Another alley-oop, and that one might be the prettiest of the night. The reverse flush from Alex Poythress.
Well, it's good to see a guy emerge from his freshman year into his sophomore season with a new energy, a new sense of wanting to get better, wanting to do all the little things.
This was on Siakam. Fuller is picked up by Young. Again, Jones inside. The good defense right there. Poythress among others.
Win or lose in this game if you're Vandy, this could set you up for the rest of the season because you're finding out what you're capable of against arguably the best team in the conference.
Poythress. He was coming off the baseline and goes up hard.
Chance to go to a whole nother level. Gifted, as talented, athletic as anybody in there with the emphatic finish. It's a reality. Kentucky has played 10 guys today. Calipari wearing down this undermanned Vandy team.
Cornette got in the way, but Poythress is there to correct it, and he gives the Kentucky Wildcats their biggest lead of the game, and they are beginning to pull away up by 14.
Will be there, and that's kind of the mindset and the approach Kevin Stallings is going to have. He's not going to get the one-and-done guys.
Poythress, he got inside. Jones right there, and a technical foul on John Calipari.
Got to get it up the floor quick. Threes would be ideal.
Wow, and right there, Poythress, the steal, the deuce, and just like that at 10 points.
Yeah.
Harrison all the way to the rack, and a follow by Poythress.
Well done by Kentucky out of the timeout.
Lob inside. Draws a double team and a great look. The extra pass to Alex Poythress.
Easy
point A to point B over the top. Bam! By Poythress.
Scoring teams in the SEC showing us why here in the first 20 minutes. Poythress underneath. Tied again.
Driving the ball to the paint. They're going to try to win the game with power touches against Arkansas.
Harris in traffic has it rejected by Poythress. And Poythress on the other end cuts it to 2. They've had 2 one-point leads this half. And trying to add to it this trip with 5.5 to go. Poythress. Oh, my goodness.
What I say in the first half about Poythress, dunk everything.
Contact down there on the baseline. It's getting rough. Poythress throwing it down. Tied at 70.
Have to execute offense with a shorter shot clock.
And Julius Randle is back into the game. The alley-oop to Poythress.
Well done.
In the country. Poythress on the drive. Nice move and strong to the rack.
Yeah, a power touch for Poythress and a power play.
Missouri tonight, so they're 3-2. If you missed the standings at the beginning of the game, couple surprises in there. Block shot by Poythress with 7 on the shot clock.
Jamal Jones.
And now the Aggies have to be aware of that shot clock. I'm sure Caruso.
At a place like Kentucky, Brad, they're dealing with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a problem you have when you have a whole bunch of McDonald's All-Americans on your squad. Poythress with a block shot. Because they've always been the best. Poythress, no foul call in the basket. Yeah, they are going to call a foul. The basket's good.
He allows Kentucky to play big when he slide Randall and Willie Cauley-Stein together and you play him at the 3. Or they can play small, and he has been playing his best basketball as a Wildcat lately. Very aggressive, very explosive, trying to power everything. And in that zone, just passing guys off on the perimeter. Kentucky needs to attack it. The gaps. Well done. Well done.
Mr. Poythress. Hello. Airmail time coming up right here.
Well, that is definitely SC top 10 nominee. It all starts, though, with the drive through the nail. Kentucky fans will.
Guys on both teams by far, but nonetheless, that's always a mark that the players know about, even if the coach never mentions it. Poythress. He has been the man for the Wildcats in the second half. Texans, and he knows how to coach quarterbacks, so he might be thinking about Johnny Manziel. We'll see with the draft coming up the early part of May. Yeah, just can't buy one. You can't do it by yourself in there either.
Switch, screens out on the perimeter.
Willie Cauley-Stein comes around Dixon to get a steal.
Dixon's not real physical in the low post to hold him off.
Look at that lob to Poythress. Harrison, great vision. Poythress, great bounce.
If you run the floor and beat your man down the court, you'll get passes like that. Beautiful job by Aaron Harrison. Throw it to the rim. The big fella's behind the defense, goes up and flushes.
Here's Poythress around Thornton.
Tell you what, he's playing so well.
Blocked by Cauley-Stein. Got that one right at the peak of its arc. Harrison lobbing for Poythress.
Play, and at the other end, watch Poythress continue to move toward the basket. As he makes the cut down the baseline, he gets the lob from Harrison and the easy basket. In
for everybody, but not a good shot. Cauley-Stein leading the break. Poythress. And one.
Man, was that fast. Session led to this. It started
on the perimeter. Now the lob underneath. Tough catch just to make the catch, and the basket goes. And a chance for a three-point play.
I'll just stand still, and Kentucky works on this. The lob pass behind the zone and behind man-to-man. Point lead.
Matches the biggest of the half. Pull up by Harrison. The tip in by Poythress. Not that he wasn't open, but it was too quick in the shot clock. Andrew Harrison. Tipped in on the baseline by Poythress again.
Well, the same exact spot for Poythress.
5.
It was that 1-2-2 or 3-2 zone that John Calipari said he would see today. And Poythress answers with a 3 of his own.
So he caught it, yeah.
So 35 again on the shot clock for the Wildcats. And they try that lob again, and this time it works to Poythress.
Here you see Poythress right in here, going to get right there. And as a result, you see that penetration, how it draws that defender up.
Young and Poythress on the floor for Kentucky. Shot clock is down to 3. Boy, what a slip. Poythress setting the screen and then just rolling to the basket.
That's right.
You have watched today Poythress wide open for the easy slam.
Outside. Cauley Stein for Poythress, playing some of the best basketball of his career, averaging double figures in SEC play. He's won back-to-back games in West Virginia. Then at 9, the Cardinals and the Cougars. It's Wednesday Night Hoops, a doubleheader on ESPNU. Poythress down the lane for the slam.
And that's exactly what Kentucky did on the possession. How about Alex Poythress? Like you said, he took off from the SEC logo.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not an exaggeration. Young for 3. Poythress the offensive board and the finish.
And with the 3 fouls, only played 11 minutes in the first half, which hurt Ole Miss.
Aaron Harrison rattles out a 3. Poythress there for the offensive rebound and the putback. And Poythress with 8. Here's Cauley Stein. Finding a cutting Poythress for the slam. The 6th Kentucky dunk of the game.
Joe, you see this team starting to become very aggressive, Kentucky. It's like a player.
Ware wants it against Johnson and gets it from Davis, then rejected. Randall splits the double and finds Poythress for the slam and the foul. And Kentucky's going to escape Starkville with its 6th win out of its last 7 games.
Harrison, alley-oop, Poythress. They were stagnant, a lot of possessions against Florida, not getting started until about 23 or 24 on the clock.
Young faked the 3, the kick out. Poythress will try a 3. You got it.
Well, you got to take away something.
She was going fins up land shark. They haven't had enough of those tonight.
Brad, you look at Florida, watch out.
Whoa, Poythress. Beautiful lob by Harrison.
You look at Florida on top of the standings and getting ready to run away with this thing in the SEC. Both ends of the floor. They're playing as well as anybody in college ball, and the game officials are going to have to check this rim on this end when the game's over as well to make sure it's still level.
Team taking small steps at a time. And Jimmy, what does it say about the Wildcats, the way that they grew, the way that they bounced back?
Lack of passion, lack of urgency, the key areas of winning ball games, transition defense.
Well, Poythress with a nice looking jump hook with that left hand. Harrison on the drive, tough shot, followed hard and well by Poythress.
That's what I'm talking about, their ability to just out-muscle you and bully you. Unless you can just keep the ball out of the paint, it would greatly help their chances. Kentucky's not making threes.
Poythress gets that one to go.
To play the ball screen well, Dwayne Notice has checked into the ball game. Olsen missing the 3 ball. Great offensive rebound, and that's what the Big Blue Nation does. They pound you on the offensive glass.
Better than anyone in the country.
You figure South Carolina's going to be a little extra patient and deliberate on offense?
Yeah, should be.
Carrera blocked by Poythress with 8 on the shot clock, and Frank Martin off the bench, actually on the court.
I think John Calipari is still holding them accountable, but trying to loosen them up at the same time, and it's not an easy thing to do as a coach.
Now year number 17 for me, it's just been a blast. Well, these two teams will be in the NCAA tournament. Florida in control here today, 53-32. And Kentucky gets the easy bucket. Shot clock is off. Paulson to Poythress with the slam.
And if you stand, it sure makes it easy to defend.
Poythress out of the court.
Wow.
He has been quiet, picked up 4 quick fouls, and there he is with a big 3 out of the corner.
Huge.
Poythress slipped a little bit now at the elbow. He's going to take it and score.
A key guy off the bench for John Calipari, not only today, but starting next weekend. Brad, he has to be that 8, 9-point, 4 or 5 rebound guy every time.
Finney Smith, nice dish to Yaget. And tied up by Poythress. Good plays on both ends by Alex Poythress, the sophomore out of Clarksville, Tennessee.
What Kentucky do, Brad, what they can do is mash you around the rim, really on both ends of the floor.
They're to get on the scoreboard. We hit a lull here in the scoring, stuck on a 9-point Florida lead. Poythress, he just kind of hop, skipped, and jumped his way into Finney Smith and scored, and he's got a chance for a 3-point play.
Smash mouth basketball, move it, hit the elbow, and attack. Go right through Chris Walker, challenge this guy, and see, is he ready? Is he ready defensively?
12 with a half minute to go, is up 4. Poythress, another 3. This time he gets it.
That's a big shot for him.
Point play. Andrew Harrison back out there. This is James Young. Ball on the floor. Put back by Poythress. There is a block. Corey Johnson got a hand on it. Poythress drives in. Gets it back and converts.
Good effort there by Poythress.
Coming around to deny. It was early, up ahead, blocked by Poythress.
What a play. Great kick ahead there. And you notice he has no idea, because either you do one or two things. You dunk that, or you come out on the other end for the reverse.
And Wessel unable to hit either one of them. Here's Poythress driving in, and Kentucky is back ahead. 12 to shoot, open, Poythress.
Oh, what a find.
No kid, what a throw in there with the left hand. Kentucky going for a while without Randall. Here is Smith, and a block by Poythress. It's going to Kentucky. Play. Hancock working on Poythress. And that's off Hancock, who wanted the foul call. Let's go over to Tracy. 5 to shoot. Randall. No whistle. Poythress. There's the whistle. And one.
And Poythress has given him some quality minutes. Remember, he was the one that forced that turnover on Hancock a few possessions ago, and then he comes up here with...
He saw 15 minutes of action against Louisville. And that pass saved by Hawkins, who dumps it down to Poythress. Makes the step right around Horford. Poythress was a difference maker in the Sweet 16 game.
Today.
Poythress replaces Johnson. There's Robinson, and what a stuff. Poythress comes down with it. Andrew Harrison, front of the rim. Poythress able to snatch that one and follow it up. Randall to Poythress with 5. Poythress, uncontested, drives right past the Wolverine defenders.
So they get great spacing to go along with that cutting, and it's a nightmare to go.
Oh! Young to Poythress.
And how many times...
The crowd right now on its feet as Kentucky is making a run. Young tapped up somehow by Poythress.
Wow, what a play.
How did that happen? And then Poythress, the Badgers wanted basket interference. How did you see it?
I thought it was the right call. That the ball was short of the rim. It's on its way down, but it has to have an opportunity to be in the cylinder, and on that.
Andrew Harrison to Poythress.
Oh, my goodness!
He takes it right to him.
Wow!
And draws the foul.
Nowhere to go for Harrison, but he just wills his way into the paint. And by drawing that attention, there's Poythress waiting
Oh, and he just jumps over the top. Oh, and Sam Decker.
Those are momentum.
Back-to-back game winners. Has not attempted a three tonight. His brother lobs it, and Poythress puts Kentucky in front.
Athletic ability gives you. It increases your margin of error as Poythress with the putback. Kentucky by 2.
Look at Coach Cal. Come over here. Pass it between them with 7 to shoot. Splitting the defenders, taking it in, and followed up by Poythress. He puts the exclamation point on so many follow-ups.
Best offense at times is a shot at the rim. You're going to see the effort of Poythress showing no.
Randall taking it in. Followed by Poythress, and a foul on UConn. Poythress in a number of tournament games has come up with a block or a slant that have created sparks. Here's another one. He'll be shooting a free throw out of the break.